Good morning. This video is for my beautiful Treecey and my beautiful goddess. I watched their whole entire life. I watched Treecey leave the room and go make videos on her channel. And the reason why you all are having what you all are having right now is because you aren't communicating. You must communicate. When you don't communicate with one another, a relationship falls apart. The only thing that keeps a relationship together is communication and understanding. Treecey, I'm going to start with you. Because, see, you and I have a different type of understanding with each other. And for some reason, a lot of people don't understand it. They don't gather it. And they really don't want it to happen. But let me tell you this. Treecey Cakes, you need to also understand that Goddess started her channel back over again. And Goddess channel is not the same as your channel. Goddess channel, and I could be wrong, but Goddess, I'm going to say this to you as well. I see your channel as a place where all of us can come and hash out our differences. Because with some of the altercations that are going on YouTube, you're lost on, such as myself and many others. I didn't know anything about Goddess having an issue with 7 stars. I learned that yesterday. And I'm saying to myself, what the hell's going on with Goddess and 7 stars? Didn't know nothing about that. I didn't even know you had an issue with Bradley. I learned that, maybe 2 days ago? And I'm saying to myself, what the hell's going on? Because a lot of these stories we don't know. Even though we've all been here, the thing is, you don't know somebody else's story. You know why you don't know someone else's story? Because you're still trying to figure out your own story. I can't know what Goddess and Treecey is doing when I'm fighting with somebody over here. And then another thing, we don't watch everyone's videos. A lot of people on here have changed their names. A lot of people have left YouTube and now came back and revamping themselves, changing their plateaus, y'all platforms, what y'all ever call it, whatever y'all call it, changing your platforms. So the thing is, we're still trying to learn each other. So Treecey, what you need to say to yourself is, do you still want to be a moderator for Goddess? That doesn't mean that y'all have to fall out with each other, but are you able to still be a moderator for her when her channel is not conducted the way you conduct yours? That's the question you need to ask yourself, Treecey. Because you two women didn't even communicate with each other. You all can't communicate with each other in a chat room. Some communicate. If you're going to be somebody moderator, you have to talk to them behind the damn scenes. Or you have to understand the way that person is moving. Goddess channel is not your channel, Treecey. Your channel doesn't move the way Goddess channel moves. It doesn't mean that she has dishonored you or disrespected you. You didn't communicate, Treecey. Her channel is about trying to bring everybody together. Even though not us to be friends with each other, but can we still move on each other's channel without all this banter? But Goddess, let me say this about you. I don't understand how your channel is moving in that direction when you got issues with other people. You can't be God and the devil. How you going to motivate us to be better when you're behind is arguing with folks? But you and Treecey got to communicate. And Treecey has to ask herself before she go to bed this morning, does she still want to moderate for you? Because Treecey, your channel is not her channel, and vice versa. She's not a mod for your channel, Treecey. You're a moderator for over there. And now I'm hearing in the chat from Goddess, she's talking about some Shireen and 7 Stars had dogged her out on your channel. Honey, I don't know nothing about all that. So if you all are holding on to grudges, how y'all gonna move forward? Why would you make her your mod, Goddess? If you felt that way about Treecey. If you felt that Treecey had dishonored you, why would you mod Treecey? That doesn't make sense to me. You still have, you got a ill will about something, and you and Treecey haven't sat down and talked about it, but you're going to mod her up. And now Treecey got some ill will because you let Rico come up there. Come on now, sisters. Got to do better. It's just like when I was in Treecey's room. And Treecey went live one morning. And that particular live was a free-for-all. We can use profanity. We can just be us. And then Drunk Meat came in the room. And I began to curse out Drunk Meat. And Treecey said, Kwani, you can't do that. And I said, what do you mean I can't do that? You said it was a free-for-all and we could curse out anybody. I said, so why can't I curse out her? She's an anybody to me. What the hell you mean? You said I can go ham on anybody I want to go ham on. She said, but no, Kwani, not her. And I said, wait a minute. That's not the rules. You're going to change the rules after the game has already started. But why can't I not curse out Drunk Meek? Treecey said, because she's my sponsor. I had no choice but to respect that. I said, oh, really? Okay, now I get it. Well, thank you, Treecey, and I still love you. But I'm leaving your channel because I'm going to go on mine so I can curse this bitch out. That's exactly what I said. And that's exactly what I did. And that's not the only time Treecey and I have had that problem. I've gone to her room and I didn't go ham on somebody. And Treecey would stop me right there. Kwani, please. All right, Treecey. I'm leaving the room and I'm going to my channel. And I'm going to let them have it. The same thing happened in my live. Treecey and Ree don't get along. I had to tell Treecey, I respect your channel, respect mine. This is my mod. And I'm not going to let nobody come over and dishonor my mod. I'm not going to block Treecey because I love Treecey. Treecey, go to your channel and let her have it. And I told Ree, as my moderator, well, Treecey has just gone live and she blasting your tail. See, that's what you do. Communication is the key. Y'all didn't communicate. But Treecey, you need to question yourself if you still want to be our moderator, though. Because Goddess' channel is not like yours. Your channel is doing all types of stuff. Your channel talks about everything. Your channel over in the stripper section, you over there promoting strippers, which I do love. Learning something. You over there promoting some strippers. You over there watching channels that a lot of people don't even watch, besides me, because I'm all over YouTube. But you have to communicate with Goddess. I see a good spirit there with both of you. The thing is, you just didn't communicate, baby. Baby doll, communicate. Communication is the key. Goddess, communication is the key, baby. You and Treecey need to communicate. And you need to ask yourself also, Goddess, if you still want her to be your mod. because your channels are not ran the same. Treecey doesn't want Rico over there talking about her. But Treecey, it's her channel. She cannot control what comes out of that person's mouth. Besides saying, okay, shut up, Rico, and throwing him off the platform. But right now, you and Rico are arguing, Treecey. He doesn't like you. You don't like him anymore. You got to respect each other. And also, you need to communicate. But you also need to question if you still want to be Goddess's moderator. And Goddess, you must question yourself if you still want Treecey to be your moderator. Because your channels are not ran the same. And your relationship will not work if you all are not communicating. And I like both of you. I watch y'all videos. I don't talk in every video. I don't go in everybody's room chatting. That's not who I am in the first place. I don't need to be seen everywhere I go. There are a lot of rooms I go to. I don't talk in them at all. I just sit and watch, and I give you a like. I never give any of you all down buttons. There's no reason in doing that. I think it's quite stupid. I go in your room and I sit and watch. Like Food Junkie. I never knew how smart Food Junkie was until I put shit to the side and sat and watched. And I said, this is a smart brother. He's articulate. He's classy. A class act. Didn't know. So I shut the fuck up and sat down and watched. I ain't got to talk in the room. Talk in the room for what? I can't listen if I'm talking. I sat and watched you all this morning. You two need to talk and figure out where you want to go with this. Do you want to be a mod over there, Treecey? Goddess, do you think that she's able to be a mod? You can't be a mod in everybody's room. You can't go in everybody's room. It depends on who's on the panel. See, these panels are really showing who we really are. It's also tapping into our vulnerability as well. Nobody wants to hear them getting dogged out. None of us do. All of us are sensitive. Not just one of us. All of us are. If all of us weren't, there'd be no videos. We so tough. Ain't nobody on this bitch with thick skin. Those are lies that you tell yourself. For all of us have cried on this bitch. And if we haven't cried on the bitch, we've cried once we got off the bitch. Okay? That's the reason why everybody flagging each other. Why would you flag if you're so strong? You strong about it. If it's lies, why would you be flagging one another? Don't use my stuff. Don't talk about me. Take my name out of the title. But I thought you were strong. But you were thick-skinned. I'm leaving this sector. I'm leaving YouTube. Enough is enough. Honey, please. All of us are vulnerable. You know why we're all vulnerable? Because we're human. But ladies, communicate. Communication is the key. Communication is what keeps you together. Not communicating is what breaks you apart. And no, don't blame Rico for this. This is not Rico doing. This is you all's doing. Treecey and Goddess is doing. Because they didn't communicate. Two black, strong queens who didn't communicate. It's not, no, don't blame it on Rico. Because I saw that going on in the room too. It's Rico's fault. No, it's not. Rico has his truth as well. He got his truth to tell as well. He's vulnerable also. He lost his friend. His friend was Treecey. He thinks that Treecey chose Kwani and many others over him. That's why he feels what he feels. And for some reason, he stopped telling the truth. Rico, you need to tell the truth as well. Because in the beginning, you was telling the truth. Now you didn't lie so much, and then folks then planted stuff in your head. You've forgotten why you and Treecey even fell out. But I think that Rico had issues with Treecey way before that. He was upset long before the Atlanta. And I knew that by watching the way he was moving. Also by watching the other things that other content creators were saying. So what they were doing was planting seeds. And Rico just let them grow. He was upset because individuals were saying to Rico, Treecey not your friend. Treecey don't care about you. Because she over there streaming your stuff. And Treecey, you know that's a no-no. It's a no-no to YouTube. And you know that people get very touchy-feely when you stream their stuff. Because it's their intellectual properties. It doesn't belong to you. I don't get in my feelings about stuff like that. I don't go to flagging folks because of stuff like that. Even though I know you're stealing my intellectual properties. And it's very rude to do that. It's like me coming to your house, taking your stilettos without letting you know. And how you find out you just happen to see me in a club dancing in them. It's called stealing. So that seed was planted into Rico. But Rico just kept letting it go on and on and on until it festered. And that's what happens with everybody in real life. Somebody could do something to you and you just totally upset about it. And what you'll do, you'll bury it. You think that you've forgiven them when you haven't. But you haven't let them know that they had done something to you to hurt your feelings. So you put it on the back burner. And what you do, you let it pile up. And then what happens? It explodes. And then the person is looking at you like you're crazy. Saying, what are you talking about? I don't remember that. Why didn't you tell me? And so what happens is, it's not your fault anymore. It's the person who held the secret in. So Rico, the reason why you and Treecey fell out is your fault too. Because you had some type of issue with Treecey. You should have communicated that as well. But he didn't. And he kept listening to others. And then he blamed it on Treecey choosing Kwani and Jessica. And whomever else. Honey, I'm not the problem. Grown folks do what they want to do. I cannot make Treecey like you or not like you. She does what she wants, just as you, Rico. And I think that any relationship can be repaired. Just depends on what happens. I'm a firm believer of that. And I know some of us won't be able to repair these relationships because you hit below the belt. So those relationships will not be rebuilt. And then there are relationships on here, from speaking for myself, that I would never embark upon again. I wish them well. I want them to prosper. and enjoy life. Because that's what Kwani's doing. But going backwards, I don't do. And I don't do abuse. But Treecey, you know I love you, baby girl. And Goddess, I'm still trying to get to learn to love you. But y'all need to communicate. Work that out. Work it out. I see the both of you wrong. You didn't communicate. And like I said, you all are running two different channels. Communication is the key, baby girls. All right, guys. Much love to the both of you and everybody else in the room. Ta-ta. Keep squad for life, baby.